Inside this sterile clinic, a psychiatrist interrogates a floating, dark, distorted shape. He has built a career on a singular specialty, treating the supernatural as a medical pathology. His methodology is purely technical. He views demonic possession as a data breach, a jagged node of foreign code attaching itself to the subconscious sector. By treating the spirit as a virus, he erases the corruption and restores the patient. Despite his mastery over the minds of others, he remains haunted by a childhood trauma. After his father died in a sudden accident, the boy spent 2 days trapped alone in a silent house. That experience left him with a paralyzing, irrational dread of complete isolation. Years of successfully dissecting the motives of serial killers and banishing entities convinced him that he had mapped the full spectrum of evil. This absolute confidence blinded him to the possibility that some depths of depravity remained uncharted. He tests his limits when he acquires a cursed piece of wood. Thick steam rises from the grain, forming the multi-eyed face of a jinn. He stands before the creature without a trace of fear. This jinn is no wandering ghost. It possesses a physical form and a logic governed by survival. It explains that supernatural beings only cause harm to preserve their own existence in a world that isn't their own. The doctor issues a reckless challenge. He demands to be shown the single most horrifying, purely evil entity in existence, something beyond the petty spirits he has already mastered. The jinn warns that this knowledge will permanently shatter his psyche. To reach the entity, he must follow a strict protocol, a 2-day voyage into the deep ocean, traveling in total solitude. Curiosity proves stronger than his survival instinct. To solve the ultimate psychological puzzle, he willingly steers his boat toward his greatest fear, the vacuum of absolute isolation. For 2 days, he drifts in a tiny motorboat across a terrifyingly empty ocean. With no landmarks and no other voices, his childhood panic returns. Every hour of silence chips away at his clinical composure. He eventually arrives at a massive hidden island. While the jinn promised a monster, the landscape reveals meticulous human engineering, paved paths, luxury architecture, and high-tensile security fences. He follows the jinn's instructions to infiltrate the compound. He dons a tuxedo and a horned golden mask, slipping into the shadows to blend in with a gathering of ultra-wealthy elites. Based on his expertise with the occult, he assumes these billionaires have formed a cult to worship a hidden demonic entity. He waits for the supernatural beast to appear at the center of the festivities. He enters the inner chamber, expecting a confrontation with a hellish beast. He finds a dining hall stained with dark blood, where guests in formal wear gather around long, ornate tables. The reality is a scene of human-inflicted carnage. Living victims are being systematically mutilated and consumed. These billionaires hunt and eat other humans for high society sport. The jinn's point, supernatural entities killed to survive threats. The human elite kill because they've exhausted every luxury. Their violence is born of boredom. With limitless resources, nodes of morality and empathy dissolve. In a vacuum of consequence, the mind descends into unprecedented depravity. The ultimate monster is humanity operating without limits. He realizes that the most terrifying force in the universe is simply a person with enough power to act on their darkest impulses. He flees the island mansion in a state of deep shock. After a career spent staring down demons, he has finally encountered an evil that actually broke his mind. His clinical worldview is gone. He realizes that psychiatric tools and exorcism techniques are useless against the horrors born of extreme wealth and social power. He is trapped in silence. Exposing the cult is impossible. The people in that room control the media, the police, and the legal systems meant to provide protection. He lives now as a paranoid fugitive, hiding in a cramped room. The arrogant doctor has been reduced to a shadow, terrified of the very society he once moved through with such confidence. Humanity invents ghosts and demons to serve as a buffer. We use supernatural stories to explain away a darkness we are too afraid to recognize in our own reflection. The jinn's lesson is final. Supernatural entities are bound by rules and their own nature. Human depravity, when paired with unlimited resources, has no boundaries at all. True nightmares reside in the highest, most untethered echelons of society. The most dangerous predators in the world wear expensive suits and horned golden masks. These monsters occupy the glittering penthouses and towering skyscrapers that loom over our cities. The true nightmare of existence is humanity unchained.